Hello folks, welcome to another Friday fishing forecast, and it looks like this weekend is going to be an absolutely beautiful weekend. Very light winds, no rain, high 70s to low 80s. The water temperature is coming up. I actually went out today and caught some bait. Actually, today's Thursday. We're going to be fishing Friday, so that's why I'm filming it now. But went out and caught some bait. The water temperature was at 63 out in the bay, and it was 71 here in the river. I know offshore the water temperature is coming up, so there's a lot of things going on. I think the fish are getting more active. I know the fish around the office here are getting more active. The fishing offshore, as you saw in our last video, we did quite well. We caught a lot of mangroves, caught some hogfish, we caught a ton of gags, we caught some smaller red grouper. We went out to 88 to 93 feet. Water temperature out there was 60, almost 66 degrees. So it did make it a little bit of difference because the water temperature about 8 miles out, 10 miles out was at 59. And then it jumped to 62 really, really quick. And then it jumped to 65. So I stopped in that area, and that seemed to do the trick. So I think with this weather getting warmer and warmer, these fish are going to move closer inshore. I think the snook are really going to turn on quite well. The trout have been still really, really good. I haven't heard too many reports of sheepshead this week. Haven't heard any reports of redfish either, but I've heard a lot of reports of trout and some snook starting to show up. So I think we're going to get into that transition because right now we're looking at great weather all the way through the entire next 2 weeks. We see great weather. I have all kinds of stuff going on. Helicopters, boats. I'm sorry, folks. It's just what it is. But we have some great weather coming up. And as we progress further and this water temperature gets higher and higher, I think by maybe next week, I think that the bait might start showing up on the flats, depending on what the temperature is. I always wait till it gets to about 70 to start checking the flats. I've actually caught it on the flats in the high 60s, but that might be something that's happening relatively pretty quick. Again, it's going to be a beautiful weekend, light winds, just a beautiful, beautiful time to be on the water. So if you get a chance to be out on the water, I definitely would take the opportunity. Here at the shop, we're going to have fiddler crabs, shrimp, whitebait, pinfish. So we got everything here that you need to go fishing, along with all of our tackle. If you don't know, if you're a new viewer, we do have our own tackle shop here and also online at tampabayfishingchannel.com. So you can buy all our jigs and braided line and fluorocarbon line and all that fun stuff. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, you can definitely get it online. Let's go ahead and get into the tides and schooners for this weekend and what we have in store. For Saturday, we have a low tide at 5:01 a.m. at a negative 0.7 foot. Then we have a high tide at 9:27 p.m. at 2.1 foot. Then on Sunday, we have a low tide at 5:54 a.m. at a negative 0.8 foot. Then we have a high tide at 10:32 a.m. or p.m. at a 2.1 foot. For the schooners, we have a major feeding time from 8:23 a.m. to 10:23 a.m. Then we have a minor feeding time from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Then on Sunday, we have a major feeding time from 9:23 a.m. to 11:23 a.m. Then we have a minor feeding time from 3:03 p.m. to 4:03 p.m. So again, I know I talked about schooners on the last episode and talked about how important, because the gag bite was absolutely stupid on the major feeding time in the afternoon. With these slow tides, with this long incoming tide, I would really pay attention to the schooners, because when I was a guide, when we had slow tides like this, I would literally book my trip around either the minor or the major feeding time, because that's going to be your best bet, because the tidal flow is not going to be very strong, so they're going to eat on those majors and minors. So pay attention to that. Other than that, really not too much going on. We have, like I said, we have plenty of bait here at the shop. So if you do get a chance to go out this weekend and fish, I highly recommend it. Again, like I said, it's going to be beautiful with light winds. Probably it's the best weekend we've had in a while. So take advantage of it. Get out there, fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.